So hi there once again. My name is Vishnu Dutt, and in the previous video, you might have seen that uh, we were successfully able to log into our EVNG machine, which we have created on GCP. The next step is going to be transferring your machines or the virtual images, or basically the device images, controller images to this machine, newly created machine. To do that, I have WinSCP with me, right? And what I'll do is I'll transfer my these images from my system to this machine here. Okay, so let's create a new site first in WinSCP because I wanted this copy to here. Okay, so this is the address of my machine and the username is going to be, yeah, so here is the key, the username and the password. The username is going to be root and the password is the one which you specified in while creating the EVNG machine, right? It is not the UI password, it is not the default password. So this is the password you have given when you were creating EVNG machine in GCP. Okay, so just wrote down my password, logged into this machine, and here you are, right? So first of all, I need to find where my images are. So I'll go here, I browse my machine and see all data, and then it is right here inside image. Okay, so I'll do, okay, just wait a minute. Okay, so this is image. This is interesting. Okay, let me check that once again. Okay, so here you go. That was my mistake. So you need to select from where you wanted to copy your image. So I am just going here, and then it should be not under OneDrive. Okay, I should go to my C drive, then of course personal, and then here is the folder where I have all of my images. Yes. So what I want to do is I want to copy my images, SD-WAN, Linux or iOS, whatever I needed for this lab, into this machine here, which is my newly created machine in GCP. Okay. So if you go here, right here, you need to select, you need to go into particular folder /opt, then unit lab, then you need to go into add-ons, and then you need to go to QEMU. Okay. The important part is you need to create a folder structure as it is, right? Otherwise, EVNG is not going to uh, identify it, right? And I am just following the EVNG documentation, nothing special here, right? So we need to create folders accordingly, whatever the name suggests, okay? Name is recommended by EVNG. So so first of all, we are going to copy the controller images, and I am just going to create the respected folder here. Okay. So let's create a new folder. It's a directory, right? And here I am just going to create a folder for my VManage image. Okay. So names should be exactly like this. I'm just setting the permission, the default permission, and then I'm just doing OK. So this is for my VManage. Then for VManagement, I'm going to repeat the same process once again. New directory, and the name is going to be this one. I'm just setting the permission, default permission. Then I am done with management. I'm done with VMon, and now here I am doing the same thing for vSmart. Okay, just wait a minute, guys. vSmart. Yes. So what should be the name of vSmart? Let's see that. New again directory, and here you go. It should be the name of vSmart. Setting the permission. And I would say use same setting next time. Okay, this is pretty good software. And now VEdge. Okay, so again doing the same thing, creating the directory for my edge devices, and it is going to see it is taking the same permission. So this is good. Okay, now what I need to do is, so we are done with respect to whatever we need to do with respect to controllers, right? And now I need to create one image for Linux also, right? Because I need a server who can log into my VManage, or who can access the VManage from the browser, right? So I am creating a Linux image folder directory, and the name is going to be this one because it is going to be Ubuntu 1804 desktop image. Okay, you can download this image from EVNG site itself. So we have Ubuntu, we have all the controllers. Let's download some. Let's create an image for routers and switches also. Okay, so here you go. I am creating the image for router, uh, uh, directory for router. Here we have this directory. Okay, and then we are going to do the same thing for a switch. Here you go. Now I need to just copy all the images, whatever I have in respected folders. That is it. Okay. And I'm thinking that let's create a image for CSR 1000 vRouters also. It is going to be good. Let's see. So let's create a directory for new directory, and we have CSR image also. This is good. Okay. Now what we are going to do, we are going to copy one by one all these images uh, into our newly created EVNG machine. So on the right hand side, we have just created the folder. What we want to do now, we are just copying from our local system to this newly created machine. Okay, very simple. So let's copy first VH. Okay, so we are going into SD-WAN images here, and we are having this VH here. So going to copy this and paste this here. Okay, it is going to take some time, so I will be pausing the video and then we will be moving all these files one by one. Okay, so guys, VBond also use the same image, means there is no difference between an edge and VBond in terms of image. So we are going into VBond and then we are pasting the same thing here also. Okay, it is going to take some more time, and these are the QCOW images available on Cisco's the website, and you just need to download them and just put it here. Okay, now the time is to copy vSmart image. Here you go, vSmart, and here we are with respect to vSmart, we are just copy and just pasting it here. Very simple. Similarly, now we need to copy the image for VManage. Here you go, into the respected folder. We are here, copy. So guys, believe me, there are some more steps, right? And those are very crucial steps. So be with me. be patient. And once we are copying all those images, we are going to do the remaining step. Those are again very simple. Means we just need to rename these files, whatever we are copying, right? And EvenG will be up and running in no time then. Okay. So because VManage file or this image is quite big. So let's give it some time and we will be back. So we are done with respect to the controllers, and although there are some more steps, but let's do them after some time. So I'm just going to copy now my Linux image, and for that I'm going here, just copying this image. I do not want to create one more desktop for this. Let's leave it. It will be created by this image itself. So I'm just pasting it. Okay, this is going to take some more time, guys. So the Linux image is also got copied here, and now the time is to copy the router's images, right? So I have iOS routers right here, not here exactly. Okay, so this is the image I have for this guy. Let me copy this and paste it. This is good. And the similar thing I need to do for my layer 2 image or the switch layer 2 image. So this is pretty fast. Okay, let me go back here, go here, copy this, and let me paste it right here. Now there is a time to do some more steps, right? So for that, I need to, I'm starting with VBond, right? So what you need to do is just go to this VBond. You need to rename this. Okay, we need to rename this, and we need to rename it to what? I'm just letting you know. So just do a right click, rename, and completely this, and just do a control V here. Make sure that the name is exactly like this: VRIDIOA.QCOW2. Okay, once done, this is good. And the same thing which we need to do for VManagement, Smart, and VBond also, right? We just completed for VBond. We need to do it for VG and other controllers also. So let's go back. We are done with VD bond. Just go to VTH. Just do the same step. Rename it and rename it to this. This is good. Just go back once again. Do the same thing for this guy also. VT management. We are good with respect to this also. Now VD Smart also, we are just going and changing the name. Guys, these things are very, very important. You need to understand this. Okay, you need to exactly do all these things like same. Whatever I just did. Okay, I do not want this at all. So let's say, okay. So now there is two more steps which we need to do. One for management, or basically your VManage, and the second thing we need to do is for this Linux Ubuntu image. What we are going to do, let's see. So for that, basically, I need to SSH into this machine. Which machine? This EvenG machine. And now I am going to do SSH. This is not, basically, I'm not talking about logging into the UI, right? For that, I am opening my secure CRT, which is right here, and I am just connecting to a new machine. Okay, and just wait a minute. I will be bringing the session here only. So new session, and I will be typing the name. Just wait a minute, and I'll bring the session right here. Do not worry. So guys, as you can see, I have logged into my EVNG machine, which I created on the GCP, and now I have to perform some actions. Okay, if you go to the same folder which we have, where we have copied all those things, you can find everything here. So opt, unit lab, add-on, QEMU, enter ls. So you can see all the folders that getting created here, right? But I need to do some more steps for my VManage, right? And for that, basically, there is a requirement from Cisco that we need to have one more disk of size 100 disk, and that is why I'm creating one more disk. So what is the command for to do that? It is really very simple. You just need to go first into this folder of the VManage. So cd vt, right? And if you do ls here, we have already one file. Now what we need to do here is we need to create one more disk here, exactly here. So this is the command to do that, and you need to just press enter after that. Okay, so it is pretty fast. So if you do ls once again, so you will be seeing two files here. So you are done with respect to this. Now we need to do some more step for our, okay, I made a mistake that I just got out. So uh, I'm logged in again. So I need to do this same step for my Linux machine. So opt, unit lab, add-on, QEMU. So here I have my Linux machine, which is in zip format. I need to unzip it first, and to do that I need to run this command. Okay, uh, this command right here. This is good. Okay, so it is saying it is not recoverable. Okay, this is interesting. So if I do, yeah, the reason is because I have given a wrong file name. So if you see Linux Ubuntu, the name of the file is, okay, let me copy right from here. This is good because I was simply copying and pasting from EVNG documentation. So what you need to do is you need to copy this thing which you have uh, and paste it right here to the file name, and now it should work, and it is working. This is great. So it is creating this file for me, which is really important to run this Linux machine. It is going to take some time. So now, as you can see, if I do a ls here, and if I go to, so because right now I have two things here, right? I have this file which I don't need now, and now I have another folder. So first of all, what I will do is I will remove this file first, okay? Because I do not need this. Remove NSF Linux Ubuntu desktop dot this file I do not need. If I go to this folder now and do ls, and sure it is, I get this this file which is required. So I have done all the necessary step, and sometimes I face issue with the permissions. So what I'm doing is, after doing all the steps, I need to run one more command according to the EVNG documentation, which is fixing permission. So you need to give this command. And guys, I will be pasting all this command. I will be put all these command in the description box also. Okay, so you do not need to just write from you just do not need to see this video to write all the commands. Okay, everything is available in the description box. I will be putting that there. Okay, so if you do this, your permission will be fixed. Yes, so this is what exactly you need to do before before dragging and dropping your images there, right? Because right now if you see this, there is no option in the E1G to drag those vSmart vBond image. But when you do all these things, when you copy all of your images into the E1G machine, then it will give you the flexibility and the option to drag and drop all those devices. Okay, so having said that, let's go and create our lab here. Okay, so I am closing all these windows because I do not need them. And right now I am in my Eve NG. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I am creating a new lab and I'm naming it as SD-WAN lab. Okay, this is the version 1. I'm okay with that. I'm writing my name because I am the author for this. Description. It is not necessary to provide description, but it doesn't harm if you provide the description also. So this lab is to test, is to uh, play around with various concepts of SD-WAN. Okay, so I am just saving this. This is good. And now, as you can see, we have the portal, or basically the page where we can include or introduce all those devices. So now if you can see, if I add a node here, right, I am seeing Cisco CSR, I am seeing these iOS routers and switches. This is good. I am seeing this Linux image, and then the most important thing, I am seeing all the vBond, VHs, VManage, vSmart, everything, right? So what I need to have for this, so first of all, I need to have at least one VManage, right? And the CPU is going to be 4, RAM is going to be 16. I'm pretty okay with that. 2 Ethernets are okay for me. And then I need to have this here. Okay, so I have this VManage right here, or vManager right here. I need to create the same thing for vBond and vSmart also, right? So we have vSmart here. I'm pretty okay with the 2 CPUs and on this configuration for vSmart also. This is good. We have vSmart also. Now I need to include vBond, right? And here we have vBond. This is good. I'm okay with the 1 CPU and RAM. It's perfectly fine for me. Save. vBond is also here. Now to access all these things, right? So on the right hand side, what I will do of this device is I will create a management network here. And on the left hand side, basically we are going to talk about the VPN 0. Okay, so this is simple. So for that, what I need to do is I need to include one Linux server, right? So that I can go and have access of my vManager UI. So let's include a node which is your Linux system, and we have Linux system here. This is good. I am okay with the 2 CPUs of this guy because it requires 2 CPUs. And let's save it. So I have this Linux server also here. But here is the problem, right? I need to connect to all 3 devices. So that is why what I would do is, or what I'll do is, I will put this Linux server here. I will put one switch here, one switch here, so that I can connect to both the networks, right? So, and I need to have 2 uh, Ethernet for this. Okay, so I'm changing the number of Ethernets here, saving it. Very good. So now the time is to introduce switches, right? Here I have one switch and I need 2 switches. for VPN 0 and management network. So here you go. One CPU is fine, RAM is fine. Now you can see I have two switches. I will place one switch here and the other one here, right? So this is right hand side network is the management network, and this network is going to be the VPN 0 network. Okay, so let's try to connect now. VManage is going to be here, the first interface. This is good, Ethernet 0. And Ethernet 0 is going to be basically your management interface. Safe. This is again good. Great. And let's consider the first interface towards the, and we have two interfaces in the Linux, as you can see, right? E0 and E1. I am connecting the first one towards the management network. Safe. So basically the idea here is that through Linux box, you can be able to access all these things, right? On the management. Now, uh, basically, because this Linux box is going to be act as their certificate authority also. So what I'm going to do is I'm providing just access of this Linux box to your entire network, right? Whatever you are going to create on the VPN 0 side. So now let's connect your VPN 0 side. Here you go. ETH1 is connected to then here you go. This is going to connect to this one. This is perfect. We have this one. Perfect. And the Linux host also is going to be connected to my switch. Perfect. Great. Okay. So now similarly, I will build the entire network out of it. Whatever means I would like to have one data center and two branches, and I will be building that. Okay. One more thing, guys, I need to change the mode of accessing this Linux from VNC to RDP because I am much more comfortable in that, and it gives me flexibility also to copy and paste from my local machine into this remote machine also, which I need. Okay, so saving this. Okay, so let's create the remaining part of our network. So I will be introducing few routers, and let me count how many routers I am going to need. Okay, so I have calculated that I am going to need 5 routers. Here you go, 5 routers. And I'm okay with the number of CPUs. That's okay. Save. Then I'm going to need one more switch, which is exactly here. Okay. And then I'm going to need some V edges also. And how many exactly, to be precise? I'm going to need 4 to create my branch as well as the data center. So here you go. I'm going to need V edge. How many? I'm going to need 4. I'm okay with the CPU and memory, and here you go. Save. Okay. So now let's place them. So this is where exactly I want to come out from this network, right? This router is for that. And then this router is going to be connected to internet. So this router, basically, if I edit the name, it's going to be the internet. Okay. And this router, say basically you can say it's a edge router. So I'm just doing the naming also accordingly. This is your edge router, or you can say the cloud edge router. Then basically you are going to have one more router because you need another service provider. This is for internet and this is for what we can say it is for MPLS. Okay, so we are giving you two transports, you can say. If you don't understand these terms, guys, just go through my SD-WAN entire course. Okay, it there is a step-by-step way. Whatever we are doing here is I have already explained there what exactly we are doing here, right? So firstly, we have built the controllers and then their management and VPN side network, and then we are creating the remaining topology. Okay. Now I need to create one branch, and in that branch, I need to have uh, this edge device, VH device. Below this VH device, there is going to be a switch, and exactly below this switch, I am going to have uh, a desktop machine. Okay, but I do not have a desktop machine, and that is why I will be placing one router here. Okay, similarly, on the other hand side, I will be having one edge. So this is my second branch, and below that I will be having one router exactly here. And now it seems that I'm going to need two more routers. So I am selecting router here, number two, and then save. So basically this is going to act as uh, my desktop, right? So I can change all the symbols and everything. So if you are not aware, so basically here if you can go, so I'm going to use this as my laptop, right? So I can find laptop or desktop symbol somewhere here, A, B, C, D. So this is going to be my desktop. So as you can see now, this image will be converted into desktop. And similarly, this is going to be my desktop. So I'm just changing this image also, right? It is very easy to create the topology, guys, here. Very easy to create. Okay. And here you go. So this is going to be my first branch. This is going to be my second branch, MPLS internet. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to create my data center also. So here you go. This is my data center. Very interesting. I am putting two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I am going to put these four here, right? These two edges here, and then I'm going to need a router. And here is what I missed once again, that I need one more router. Okay, so I didn't calculated it properly, but that is fine. So one here, and that is it. And why do I need that? I do need it for so that basically I can simulate a server there, right? So definitely we are going to have some server symbol also, and this is exactly you can see that we have server symbols, a lot of server symbol. Let's say it's my web server. Here you go, save, and this is going to be my web server. This is just fantastic. Okay. Now I just need to connect them with the cables. I think I have all the necessary ingredients which I needed, and now I just need to connect them over the cables. Okay, so let's start connecting them. So first of all, my G0/0 interface is connected to this one. Okay, this is good. The very first interface of this cloud router is going to connect to very first interface, which is G0/0. This is good. And then my first interface of the internet is going to connect to my data center. It is like this, and indeed it is. So the interesting part is that it is going to connect to ETH0, but I do not want, because ETH0 is always generally it is a it is a default, or you can say it is quite standard that your H0 should be your management interface. So gigabit 0/0 is going to be your it is going to be your first interface, which is going to be connected with this internet. Okay, very simple. Then the second interface is going to connect to your first branch. So here you go. This is connected here with gigabit 0/0. This is absolutely correct. And then the last interface of this internet router is going to be connected to VH 0/1, 0/0. This is fantastic. Okay. Now we need to connect our branch one, right? So in branch one, uh, uh, and before that, basically, the 0/0 interface of this MPLS one is also connected to here, gig 0/1 here, sorry, gig 0/0. And this is interesting. Why I have chosen this way? It should be 0/0. Okay, so this is good. It should be 0/0. This is fantastic. Save. And the first interface of the MPLS is going to be connected to this. And why I'm doing this? Because I have created all the configuration necessary into into my notepad file. So that is why I am more worried about what is connected to where, right? But in your case, if you are doing this from the scratch, you do not need to worry which interface goes to where. But yes, this is always good to have to plan this way, right? So gig 0/0 is already connected. I will be choosing 0/1 here. This is good. So uh, now the 0/2 interface of this one is connected to 0/0 interface of my router. This is good. And at last, this router is connected to my gig 0/1 interface is connected to gig 0/0. This is good. Fantastic. Now let's make another branch, which is branch number 2. And here you can see I am connecting this here, and this is going to be my 0/2 interface. Okay, this is connected here, and then the second interface is going to be connected like this. So my 0/1 interface is connected to 0/0. This is good. Now, guys, it seems that I do require more interfaces on here because I want to simulate T-lock extension concept, right? So instead of having only 4 interfaces here, I want to increase, or 5 interfaces here, I want to increase till 8 here. Okay, so save. Similarly, do this and to 8 here. Save. This is good. And now I need to create the 0/2 interface is going toward my LAN side. 0/2 is going towards my LAN side. And similarly here, the 0/2 is going towards my LAN side. Okay. And this router is 0/2 interface is attached to the 0/0 interface. This is good. This is fantastic. Now I need to connect a V edge, this one, this guy with this guy. Okay. So I have chosen that there should be 2 links between these 2 V edges. The first link is going to be 0/3 is connected to 0/3. Here you go. 0/3 is connected to 0/3. And one more link I will be choosing. 0/4 here is connected to 0/4 here. And that is it. Okay. So I have created this complete topology. What I will do is I will name them accordingly. I will put some nice clean colors here so that everything is visible. Okay. So give me some time, guys, and I will be right back once I edit this topology. Okay, then we will start this topology. We will configure our vManager, vSmart, vBond, and this is going to be good. Okay, bye for now.